Coming up on AC 24/7, TikTok is under fire. We'll tell you about the new restrictions for government employees and contractors. Plus, the Supreme Court is weighing on whether President Joe Biden's student loan program is constitutional. What's next for borrowers? And it's turning into a buyer's market. The new report on the housing prices and what future homeowners should know. Hey there, welcome to AC 24/7. I'm your host, Lamar Baldwin. The White House and Congress are looking to ban Chinese-owned social media app TikTok. The popular app will soon be banned from all U.S.-issued devices. The Advocate Channel's Cole Higgins reports.
The powerful House Foreign Affairs Committee holding a hearing on the threat from China to national security.
We are living through one of the most dangerous periods in American foreign policy in a generation.
The committee is also set to vote on a bill that would empower the Biden administration to impose a nationwide ban on the Chinese-owned social media app TikTok if the White House determines TikTok and its parent company, ByteDance, knowingly transferred TikTok's user data to any foreign person working for or under the influence of the Chinese government. Sanctions would be required if the Biden administration determines the companies helped the Chinese government engage in surveillance, hacking, and censorship or intelligence gathering, among other things.
I don't have TikTok on my phone. I think there is strong evidence that TikTok is working with the CCP and sharing that data.
TikTok says, quote, it would be unfortunate to censor millions of Americans and do so based not on actual intelligence, but on a basic misunderstanding of our corporate structure. Already, though, the White House telling federal agencies they have 30 days to remove TikTok from all government-issued devices. A Chinese foreign ministry spokesperson saying, quote, I can't believe that the United States, as the world's #1 superpower, is so afraid of a mobile phone application popular among young people. This shows a lack of confidence. I'm Cole Higgins reporting.
TikTok has a new feature for users under the age of 18. The social media app has a new 1-hour screen limit for underage users. A passcode will be required to extend the user screen time once the restriction is activated. The new setting can be turned off if the user spends more than 100 minutes on the app. A daily screen time limit will be enforced. TikTok also announced an update to its family pairing feature, allowing parents or caregivers the ability to filter videos to their teens' feed. The Supreme Court is debating if President Joe Biden's student loan forgiveness program is constitutional. The Advocate Channel's Reed Binion has more.
Today is a great day to cancel student debt.
High stakes at the High Court as the Supreme Court hears arguments in 2 cases impacting millions of Americans. On Tuesday, justices considered whether President Biden's plan to erase student debt is constitutional.
Some of the finest moments in the court's history were pushing back against presidential assertions of emergency power.
Conservative justices also pointing to the price tag of the loan forgiveness program, an estimated $400 billion over time, according to the Congressional Budget Office, and questioning whether the program is fair.
What I think they argue that is missing is cost to other persons in terms of fairness, for example, people who've paid their loans, people who don't have planned their lives around not seeking loans, and people who are not eligible for loans.
Some liberal justices also weighing in on what may be fair.
I'm wondering whether or not the same fairness issue would arise with respect to any federal benefit programs.
One of the cases is a challenge from 6 GOP-led states wanting to block Biden's executive actions. The second involves 2 individual borrowers suing because they are not qualified for full debt relief. The Biden administration argued Congress gave it the power to forgive student loans because of financial hardships Americans face due to a national emergency, the COVID pandemic. An estimated 40 million people qualify for the program, which can forgive up to $20,000 per borrower. I'm Reed Binion reporting.
Making their student loan repayments.
New reports are showing home prices are down for 6 months straight. That's according to the latest U.S. National Home Price Index. The national composite declined by 0.8% with all That's according to the U.S. National Home Price Index. The national composite declined by 0.8%, with all of 20 cities reporting declines. Numbers are still higher than compared to 2021. The DNA of 4 deceased presidents is making its way to space. The space burial program Celestic is sending the remains of Dwight Eisenhower, George Washington, John F. Kennedy, and Ronald Reagan to the same flight. DNA samples from well-known civilians will also be taking the trip, including Star Trek creator Gene Roddenberry and his wife Majel. Singer Justin Bieber has canceled the remaining dates for his Justice World Tour. The Canadian singer postponed dates in June after he was diagnosed with Ramsay-Hunt syndrome. He continued in July, but now Bieber tells fans it's the Six Live show took a real toll on his health. Your favorite Star Wars duo is back. The Mandalorian and Grogu are back for the 3rd season of the popular franchise. We caught up with the stars on the red carpet for the Hollywood premiere.
A new season is all they're asking for. They have to wait so long for the next one, right? And now it's here, so now they're all happy.
Our people are scattered, like stars in the galaxy. What are we? What do we stand for?
I feel like the fans themselves can be so creative, and they come up with all of these really interesting, like I just saw fan art that was like unbelievable, and you just see that there's this whole world out there of just people that are amazing and incredibly impressive.
Being a Mandalorian is not just learning about how to fight. You also have to know how to navigate the galaxy.
Discovery. I mean, Mandalorian is discovery. It's that unlikely hero who has to do things he doesn't want to do, grows through it, and learns from it. It's something that we need right now, and it is worth the wait for sure.
I'm going to Mandalore so that I may be forgiven for my transgressions.
May the Force be with you!
It is wilder than anything I've ever imagined.
There's something dangerous happening out there. And by the time it becomes big enough for you to act, it'll be too late.
Hang on, kid.
It's a big deal, telling stories that actually mean something to people, and I think the show is a real prime example of that.
I completed my quest. He returned to me. I removed my helmet, and now I'm an apostate.
Which is all the more reason for you to stay here with us. Where you're from, you may be an apostate, but here, you'd be landed gentry.
It's season 3, finally. We've been able to bridge season 2 and season 3 with the Book of Boba Fett, but now that Mando and Grogu are reunited, and there are so many more Mandalorians to meet, I can't wait for everyone to experience the epic season.
This is the way.
So hopefully you all will have your widescreens working, your popcorn popped, your beverage of choice, and you'll be able to watch it over and over and over and over again, because we're going to keep coming every time you start it, okay?
It's Women's History Month, and we want to honor some of the women in history who've shaped this country. Today we spotlight physicist and astronaut Sally Ride. Sally Ride was the first American woman to enter space and one of the only successful physicists and astronauts in history. Ride became an astronaut by answering a NASA newspaper ad. She was one of 6 women picked. Ride was the flight engineer and launched 2 satellites using the shuttle's robotic arm. She flew on the space shuttle in 1983 and 1984 and is a member of the Astronaut Hall of Fame. Thank you for joining us for AC 24/7. For more content that advocates to you, go to advocatechannel.com and make sure you follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. For the Advocate Channel, I'm Lamont Baldwin.